Good morning, Oklahoma, and welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. Our topic this week is kind of a culmination of several things. We know that only about 25 to 30% of Oklahoma cow-calf operations calve in the fall. We know that typically, if we've got some wheat pasture or cool season grass, that can be used to nutritionally supplement the cow herd, and it's great for creep grazing calves and getting optimum gains on them at a time through the winter when we wouldn't have a lot of warm season grass growing or available. So what are we facing this year, fall of 2025? Dismal prospects for cool season pasture. We're fortunate today as we tape, we are getting rain. We've been getting rain for a few hours, and it looks like we'll continue to get rain for the next 2 or 3 days. The reality is we're pretty short of optimum growing days from this point forward until December. If we don't have a lot of cool season pasture on hand right now, it's probably going to be late winter and spring before we really begin to see that and capitalize on this moisture. So we address the prospect of creep feeding in a cow-calf operation. Historically, creep feeding in a commercial cow-calf operation is not a profitable practice. There's ample research that's been done, shows us that creep feeding is going to increase weaning weights by close to 60 pounds on average. The conversion rate of feed to gain is anywhere from 3 pounds of feed to 20 pounds of feed, so it's wild and all over the board. Typically what we see, and in studies here at OSU, the better the nutritional availability, whether it is the maternal influence and milk coming from the cow or grazable forage from those growing calves, the worse feed conversion we actually see if we're feeding creep. Now in contrast to that, the poorer the nutritional situation is for the calves, the less milk from the cow, if they're trying to graze dormant native range, if pastures are overgrazed, and particularly when we look at fall calving cow herds and calves born in the fall, we see more efficiency in the conversion of creep feed into gain for calves. And so, while we talk about the historic nature of creep feeding not being profitable, in times when feed is inexpensive and calf prices are really valuable, are exceptions to that rule. Feed is relatively inexpensive right now. A 14 to 16% crude protein creep ration can probably be put together or purchased for somewhere between maybe under $400 a ton up to $450, maybe a little bit more. The value of a pound of weaned calf up to 600 pounds right now is in excess of $4 a pound. Even at a 20-to-1 conversion ratio, this pencils out with profit margin. And so, if you find yourself in a situation, your wheat pasture is not where it needs to be, you're a little short on nutrition for some fall-born calves that are getting to be about 2-3 months of age right now, potentially putting together a good quality nutrient-dense creep feed, something that's going to help those calves along, maybe until we get to that cool season grass later in the spring, could easily be cost effective. As always, I encourage producers to take a look at this from an economic standpoint. You're running a business. Think of the inputs it's going to require relative to the value that those inputs create. But right now, if ever, creep feeding in a commercial cow-calf operation may be something to take a look at. Thanks for joining us on Cow-Calf Corner.